Hi, this is your neighborhood arcade and pinball talk guide. Today we're going to be going through some gameplay at the Simpsons Arcade. I mean, if this doesn't take you back to Aladdin's castle back in the 80s, I don't know what will. But anyway, this is Nathan, your host today, and we're going to go ahead and get this review and gameplay underway, shall we? Thank you again for watching. Please find us on Instagram and Facebook under Arcade and Pinball Talk, as well as on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Arcade and Pinball Talk. Let's go ahead and get this game started, shall we? Who shall we be today? I guess let's just be Bart. Can't go wrong with that.
Bart!
You want to talk about a fun game to play? I mean, you know, the best thing about emulation in arcade games is it takes you back to being a kid. I mean, not only do you enjoy it because you used to play it back in the 80s and 90s in the arcades of Aladdin's Castle, but, you know, your kids will enjoy it too. I mean, this is a great game. I've got a 3.5-year-old daughter, and she loves it. She loves playing this and bowling and all kinds of stuff. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade. There's a lot of arcade games out there that are available to MAME and emulation. You know, obviously there's thousands of them, if not tens of thousands of them, really, if you do the math on it from different areas of the world. And, you know, some of them are great, some of them aren't so much. I mean, if you want to talk about a great game, this game right here is really fun. I mean, it's just simple, it's classic, it does everything you need it to, and it delivers across the board. So this is just a great example. Generally we do a lot of pinball and so forth prior, and of course, you know, obviously there's a market for arcade too, not only through classic arcade games, but also through classic and virtual pinball. So we want to definitely make sure that our channel through YouTube, Arcade and Pinball Talk, allows us to go through each game and just kind of talk about it, discuss things we like, things we don't like, and just kind of play with it a little bit, and just give you a little bit of a better idea of what to expect when playing. But furthermore, if you're not here for the review and you're more here for the gameplay and just kind of the aesthetic to take you back, seeing you don't have access to a game like this, then definitely take a look at this and let's just watch it and just play it so that way you can kind of remember. But anyway, if you get the opportunity to download a MAME game, then this is one of those games where I would highly recommend it, because not only as you as an adult will enjoy it, your children will enjoy it, your nephews, your nieces will enjoy it, anyone that comes over to your house will love to play it, because it's that classic.
Blow up your balloon and go after Maggie. Ready? Go!
Second place isn't always the worst place. Go ahead and get this round 2 started, shall we? Again, I mean, you know, what's your favorite character on this game? I mean, we have a comment section under YouTube. Let us know your thoughts on this. You know, some people like Marge, some people like Lisa, some people like Homer, some people like Bart. My two favorite characters, personally, I would say Bart is probably the first character that I play. If I have the option, Homer is also a pretty fun character to play just because of his punching tactics. It's pretty funny to watch. But of course, Bart has a little bit of a longer shot for him with that board, so unlike Homer, which Homer basically has the ability to punch and hit a lot, Bart has the distance because of his skateboard. I didn't necessarily need that hammer because he's got a skateboard, but why not take it? You can always hit these trees and get some stuff out of it. So if you ever see something on an arcade game that's just kind of sitting there, generally you could interact with it just like that. You had the little ice cream station right there. Just a great game. I mean, you can't really get better than The Simpsons. I mean, even in Pinball, you know, I mean, we just reviewed The Simpsons Pinball. We reviewed actually all of them, and we're also going to be reviewing some virtual Simpsons Pinballs here shortly as well. But anyway, just like this game is, I mean, The Simpsons is classic. How long has it been on now? For, I mean, easily 20, 30 years. So, I mean, it's obviously a theme that works. It's a fun theme. And it allows you to have fun. So, The Simpsons, I think, is even more universal just because, you know, you had The Simpsons, which has been around since even when I was younger. And obviously I associate it with me being a child. And then you also have the kids coming up these days that also are watching The Simpsons. So, you know, obviously as a parent and having children, you have the ability to share in something which is fun, which is The Simpsons in general. So the secret to this clown right here is not necessarily hitting them from the ground, because he does that. You almost got to hit him in the air because of his hands. And so as you can see, his hands kind of jump, and you can dodge them. My daughter actually likes playing with Homer's wife and her vacuum cleaner. She just loves it. She obviously, with the vacuum cleaner, has a little bit more of a wider hit range than, say, Lisa does. So, you know, you have Bart and basically Marge, which is going to be the ones with a little bit of a longer hit ratio and a little bit of a longer distance to be able to do it. So it makes it just a little bit easier selecting those characters. I just like the fact that you have Bart in the background saying, you know, "Ay caramba" and stuff like that. It's just traditional stuff. If you were like me back in the day, you had we were wearing Big Johnson's t-shirts, and you know, obviously there was one that Bart had that came out, which was "Ay caramba" and stuff like that. And so we all wore those hyper-color t-shirts and Bart t-shirts and all the stuff from way back in the day. But anyway, Bart was so iconic at that time period that, you know, he is still that way now, even through the video games and pinball machines and cartoons. He's just a character that keeps going through time. What I love about these games too is that, you know, obviously when you set it up on MAME and you emulate it, it takes coins, of course. Like right here, I can just hit coins, it's free. So it's, you know, back in the day, I think I would put $50 in this machine at Aladdin's Castle to play it to get to the very end of it. And now I can just hit a coin button. But the fun thing about these side-scrolling kind of games here is the fact that you actually have the ability to play this indefinitely for probably, you know, 40 or 50 minutes. So, you know, obviously we won't do a review that long. That takes up a lot of time and stuff like that. I just want to give you kind of a taste of what it looks like without doing a 60-minute video on it. But you can play this, have your nephews and nieces with you, and just have fun. I mean, that's what's so great about this. I mean, some other ones that are really like this, if you want a comparison, are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is very much like this. Alien vs. Predator, where you're basically Predator and you're fighting side by side against the aliens. It's a side-scrolling game like this. X-Men, obviously, classic game, is very much like this as well. So again, these are just some of the top games that are out there still to this day. I would say even from arcade and so forth. I mean, they definitely need to remake these games and put them on some different systems. Because I mean, look at this. I mean, it still almost looks new. It's like a brand new game. But that's how far along they were in the arcades back in the day. They were using some pretty high-powered stuff. I mean, you look at actual arcade, and then you look at Atari. So, you know, arcade has been around since right around Atari going to Nintendo, and then you look at the quality of those games, even then. And the fact that you can play this on an emulation and it almost feels new is saying something.
Where do you think you're going?
Go ahead and beat these bosses, and then we will do a final recap of this game. Now, the hard part about these bosses right here is the fact that they double team you basically for all intents and purposes. So the only way to really beat them is to just hit them as hard and as fast as you can, just like that. Just keep going after them. It's the only way to win. If you let them come after you, then they beat you. But all in all, The Simpsons. I mean, if you want to give a game that has been out for a long time and great rating, I would say The Simpsons is bar none, mid-9 to high 9 in regards to its ability to keep you entertained. So it's just a classic. So if you get the opportunity, definitely take the opportunity to check this game out. But we definitely appreciate you watching today. Please find us on Arcade and Pinball Talk on YouTube. We will be doing not only mechanical pinball reviews and gameplay, but we will also be doing virtual, along with emulation and arcade gameplay and reviews. So thank you for watching, and we look forward to our next video. Thank you again.